$1,000 more for Texas schools. That's today's recommendation from the Texas Commission on Public School Finance ahead of the January session.
The bigger question, though, where will all that money come from? KXAN's Phil Prazen has our top story.
The Austin Independent School District warns it might have to close or consolidate up to 12 schools, in part because of constraints funding formulas put on a changing district. For example, a matrix meant to adjust wages to the cost of living hasn't been updated in 30 years. And we all know Austin has changed a lot in 30 years.
We require more and more from our students, but we don't have the funding to always provide the necessary services to get them to where they need to be.
For the first time in decades, the right people have the right focus to overhaul school finance. Chair of the House Public Education Committee, Dan Huberty, says the only thing that can stop lawmakers are lawmakers themselves.
GR is part of everybody recognizes that the eyes of Texas are upon us, and specifically the parents and the children.
The plan calls for a mix of money, from the general pot to oil and gas revenue, to pay schools more, to offer dual language programs, to have more students reading by grade 3, and to pay teachers more based on their performance.
We're going to fund and put into programs that are outcome-based, that are solutions-based, that get results, and we're willing to pay for that. Just putting more money into it, just in keeping the system as it is, that is not an outcomes-based solution.
The ideas are there. Lawmakers could pass them into law beginning in January. Phil Prazen, KXAN News.
One of the other recommendations from the School Finance Commission report was capping property tax increases at 2.5% growth from the year before. The theory is if you cap the taxes, that would force the legislature to find money elsewhere to funnel into the school finance system. That's an item pushed heavily by Governor Greg Abbott.
And the governor, is all in on this report. Abbott issuing a statement today saying Texans expect and deserve for their leaders to solve this critical issue. Today's School Finance Commission report made clear that the state must reform the broken Robin Hood system and allocate more state funding to education. And the Lieutenant Governor, Dan Patrick, says he's committed to passing the reforms and is confident the Senate, which he presides over, will support them.